but we have laid a lot of the groundwork, and that is coming to fruition now. We're in a rate cutting cycle now. We expect that to continue. The cost of capital is going to come down. Capital is going to be more accessible at more affordable rates, as it should be. Tax cuts are going to kick in. It is the biggest working class tax cut in American history. People are going to see that. They're going to feel that. They're going to get it in a lump sum. And then again, prices are coming down. And as you see prices come down, the concern about it to voters tends to follow it. Like gasoline, people are not saying in surveys anymore that they think gas is high. That's because gas in a lot of, I think in 22 states now, it's at $2.75 a gallon on average. It's just substantially lower than it was a year ago, much less 2 years ago. So it's going in the right direction. We are making progress, but you know, we're obviously got work to keep doing. We're not going to stop.
And another aspect of
I do think that you will see us push for that and continue to push for that. I mean, obviously, Congress right now, over this kind of period of the year, is focused on NDAA appropriations. We've got another government funding piece coming up at the end of January, and then obviously healthcare is an ongoing conversation. I think as we turn into the year, we're open to another reconciliation bill. We'd love to do that. It just depends on, that's really a partisan tool, and then obviously there's bipartisan pathways too. And which one opens up, I think, is largely contingent on whether or not the Democrats, want to work on anything, which heretofore they've sent a pretty clear message that they're not interested in getting stuff done.
And I want to touch on the healthcare.
I'm not surprised. I mean, the president will speak to anyone. That's one of the great things about him, and that's what people misunderstand. I mean, the president's a business guy. He thinks that if you sit across the table, even if you disagree and you work things out, you can obviously, have some level of success. So, I mean, he would say that he disagrees on the path pretty violently, probably, with Mandami on most of these things, but they agree on some of the end goals. So, to the degree that creates even 1% of room to work together, that's okay. I will say, I don't think I complimented Mandani. I didn't. I just analyzed what the facts are, in my opinion, and that was the point, which was he talked about things that voters are saying matter to them, and they just, that conversation you're referencing was in the context of the Virginia elections, and I was critical of some of the Republicans. You got to meet the voters where they are. You got to talk about what's important to them, and if you want to talk to them about the sky being blue, but they're interested in whether or not the wind is blowing north, it doesn't really matter that you're talking about the sky. They want to hear about the wind, and that's the way voters are. So you have to talk to them about what they care about in campaigns.
Well,